and we're going to go ahead and get this story started. So here we go.
Person is dead tonight, and multiple people were shot in an incident that started off as domestic violence. The shooting happened at two locations near Linwood Avenue and Attaway Street in Shreveport. One suspect is in custody tonight. KSLA's Marvin Andrade shares what we know about these tragic turn of events.
It started with a mother checking on her son. Shreveport police say the son opened fire on her, and when she fled in a vehicle, he followed and kept shooting.
He, best we can tell, has some mental issues, and all I can say from there is a shooting ensued. The mother got into a vehicle and fled. The suspect then got into a vehicle and pursued and continued shooting.
The chase ended near Linwood and 61st Street, where police say the suspect caused multiple crashes, injuring innocent bystanders who were rushed to the hospital. When his own vehicle crashed, the suspect got out and opened fire on people at a nearby business and drivers passing by. One person was killed, several others were hurt.
The suspect then wrecked himself out here at the intersection and got out of his vehicle and began just shooting wildly at people that were at business, people that were driving down the road, and until he was taken into custody by police.
A witness who saw it all unfold asked to remain anonymous and says the gunfire didn't shake him one bit.
So you were right in front of it and hearing the shots. Were you scared at any point?
No.
Why not?
I'm used to it. I grew up in Houston.
Shreveport police are still investigating. We will keep you updated as we learn more. In Shreveport, Marvin Andrade, KSLA News 12.
So now let's look at it on another station here. We're going to play it here, and you guys are going to be able to start hearing a theme from the city. And every time you hear someone talk about the things that are going on. So here we go.
As we mentioned, unfortunately, 2 people are dead, and Shreveport police say one of the victims was shot to death. Police say it stemmed from domestic violence. That call came into police just 15 minutes after the original call on Linwood Avenue. Fox 33's Melody Newsom joins us live. She spent hours at the fatal scene along Attaway Street. Melody, what can you tell us tonight?
Yeah, Alex, Shreveport police are investigating a shots fired incident where they say a female victim was fatally shot on Attaway Street. Now, officers responded after reports of gunfire occurred near the area. They say multiple people fled the scene before police even arrived. Police did say the incident started near Linwood Ave and 61st as domestic in nature and continued on to Attaway Street. Along with the female victim, 3 additional individuals were struck by gunfire but sustained non-life-threatening injuries. A nearby neighbor was in his home when the shots were fired and shares his feelings on the incident and a message to those who are engaging in violence.
I was in the house. I heard the shots. I, didn't come outside, but I heard about it now. I've been here all my life. It's just something that's occurring every night. Like the police don't come out enough, but I see they're here now. Stop the crime, stop the violence, respect each other. You got to give respect to get respect.
Yeah, this investigation remains ongoing, and we will have more information for you as it becomes available. Reporting live in Shreveport, Melody Newsom, Fox 30.
That boy Dennis was sharp, boy. That boy Dennis was sharp, looking like a chessboard. I'm telling you, that boy Dennis was sharp, man. We're going to play one more news update for you guys. We're going to get that started, man. Thank you for everybody who's tuning in. Make sure you do all the free stuff. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and share with a friend.
KSLA News 12 starts now with breaking news.
Well, thank you for joining us. We continue to cover breaking news across the city of Shreveport. Multiple shootings this afternoon. We are going to go live now to Peyton Manuel, who is at Linwood and West 61st Street. What's the latest, Peyton?
Yeah, hey, Jeff, I'm standing right here on Linwood Avenue where police are now calling this a domestic-related homicide. It all started around 4 p.m. over on Attaway Street. So now the police are basically saying that these these multiple incidents are connected. It started with what was supposed to be a wellness check. But before police could get there, they say the suspect started firing at a woman they believe to be his mother. It then led to a car chase where the mom entered a vehicle. She was riding as a passenger with 2 other women. The suspect was chasing them, which led them down on Linwood. I'm going to step out of the way here so you can see the active unfolding scene. What you're looking at here is Linwood, and further down is 61st Street, where multiple wrecks happened. Police say this tragedy got multiple bystanders involved in this tragedy. Now, some of them are in the hospital. They don't know the condition of the victims, but they say they hope they're okay. I can also confirm that after all of the shootings and the wrecks that have happened, 4 people are confirmed to be shot. One of those individuals is confirmed to be deceased. You can stay here with us at KSLA News 12. Make sure you download that app. We're going to be pushing all types of notifications and updates to you because this is an active, unfolding scene, and we're working to learn more to bring you the latest. In Linwood, Peyton Manuel, KSLA News 12.
Awesome. You see it there, man. You see it there. We had a tragic event happen over the past 24 to 48 hours back in my hometown of Shreveport, Louisiana. Um, they stating now that the gentleman had a little bit of, if my wrenches can go ahead and get old master of the underworld out of there. Appreciate you guys. This incident has been going on for about 48 hours or so out there in my city of Shreveport, Louisiana. They saying this, they're calling it a domestic violent homicide. They did state that the man possibly had some form of mental health illness. With that being said, if you notice the trend throughout all the interviews of the people that they spoke to, the first thing they asked them were like, "Why didn't it bother you? Why didn't you why weren't you scared?" And the first thing they said was, "Hey, we're used to this. It happens all the time." The one dude, Mr. Dennis McCall, as y'all seen with the smooth suit on, the first thing he said was he was surprised that the police officers were out there this time. So those are the norms in the city of Shreveport, Louisiana, where I'm raised and born, and where I was born. The reason why, again, I'm doing this show for anybody who just now tuning in is because I think a lot of times we are on platforms and a lot of people start to form their own thought process about you or of you without knowing why you think the way you think. Doesn't mean that we have to agree on everything, but I think sometimes having a starting point of where people are from will provide you a different point of view, or at least an understanding. With that being said, you will notice in my city that when you walked out of the doors, that a lot of the crime was committed by certain groups. Sometimes those groups were crime on crime type things, but we also have a lot of issues going on in the city. I'm going to be showing you guys some history of my pastor actually at the end of this when we get to the Shreveport history today. The church that I attended, Mount Canaan Baptist Church, my whole life growing up, we had a pastor by the name of Reverend Harry Blake. If you look him up, he was definitely a civil rights leader. He walked directly with the Martin Luther King. There's pictures of it. You can find them. He was the head of like the Black Pastor Caucus, all types of stuff. Whatever you could be a president of that had to do with the with anything with the African Americans or anything of that nature, he was definitely a lead of it. So there was a lot of things that was provided to us as young kids that some people might not ever get, or they probably won't receive it until they're older. My thought process when it comes to being strategic or working within the things that we have to work in, some people call it the system. My thought process goes right into the things and the steps that we learned about being strategic. And our rich history in Shreveport, Louisiana, all falls through through strategic strategies, which I will show you guys today. Prayers to the family. There were some innocent bystanders that were also shot from that gentleman that happened. So prayers to those